Good morning, students of JS1, the Department of History, of Geography, rather. Good morning. So, we have to continue with our lectures today. And this time, we shall be looking at the war against the sea. Remember, we are still in the United Kingdom, where the action of waves is causing threat to the inhabitants of certain towns or certain villages along the coastal areas. So, what we should understand here is that with the threat from erosion, the government decided to do what? To carry out some measures to protect this erosion. Some measures were being carried out in order to protect this erosion, in a sustainable way. It is true to say that we cannot stop waves, but we can protect our coastline. We can defend our coastline from the activities of the waves and the effect it poses to our nearby towns and cities. What do? We can defend it. Certain measures could be done in order to defend the forces of erosion. You see, we can build some defense systems because they are out to do what? To slow down the energy of the waves, to slow down, to reduce the action of the waves. And once the energy is being reduced, it means the effect of the waves on the coast will be minimized. Now, what are we trying to say? The government had to build sea walls. Sea walls could be built to stop waves reaching our valuable land. Sea walls, like a barrier. A barrier is built to at least stop the waves from reaching the protected areas. Now, there is what we call rock armor. Rock armor. You see, these are big rocks. These are very big rocks which are built in order to soak up the energy of the waves. Because with less energy, erosion too is minimized. So rock armors are built in order to soak and to reduce the energy of the waves. Then there is what we call a reef, a reef of rocks. A reef of rock which is equally built. You see, so that waves break away from the beach. We build this reef in order to stop or to break away the waves from reaching the beach. And then there's wooden raftment. You see, they are built to protect the cliff. You call them the cliff or you call them the rock. They are built to making sure that the waves doesn't erode the cliff. And in this, the waves batter the wooden raftment instead of having direct contact with the cliff, and by so doing, protecting the cliff from being eroded. Then we currently have greyhounds. We have greyhounds. Greyhounds are built to stop sand being taken away from the beach or being eroded from the beach. And the sand now absorbs some of the waves' energy. Then we have beach replenishment. Beach replenishment is simply trying to add more sand or shingle to a beach to build it up. We replenish it. We carry sand from somewhere and then we add it there in order to replace or to making sure that the quantity of sand in that area or shingle in that area is not reduced. However, the government does not want to protect all these coastal villages. The government cannot do it because it is actually expensive. So what she does is she looks at those villages that have firstly population and the economic importance of those villages. Those are the ones the government will protect. Harpisburg and other villages two villages that are not protected. But villages like Scarborough, Wellington, Waxton, these are villages among others that are protected owing to their population and their economic activities. And then this is done because it is so because the cost of protecting villages is quite high, because Harpisburg 40,000 years ago was protected with rock armor, but because of the high waves and the storm, this rock armor were always being destroyed, and it used to cost the government about 2,500 pounds to be able to build this, among others. So because of this huge expense, the local council of the area used to bond the expenses to repair these areas, as the government is so reluctant because the areas do not have any economic advantage to the government. So the local council is the responsibility of the council, the city council or the village council, to build and protect those areas from being consumed by the sea. And these areas too used to have donations. Donations used to come from other countries that, look at the situation and feel sad and sorry, looking at the enormous destructions from the wave. They used to give donations, at least to assist in the building of these defensive mechanisms. But like I said, it has not been all that easy, because no matter how solid these defenses are, but with a constant attack from waves, the rising and falling of the sea level, this brings about high storms, and these storms are always there to destroy or damage these things. So at one time, most of these people in these villages to ask for compensation by the government, that they should be compensated in order to stop or to bond the cost of repairs. But the government in most cases used to refuse, and these people are forced to be relocated, are forced to relocate themselves to different areas. So that is what you should understand, that given this threat from erosion, the government had to devise means to, protecting these villages from being swallowed or somersaulted into the sea. So these are some of the measures put in place by the government to avert this situation, but it is not easy. You can hardly stop this wave action, but you can prevent it. So these are the preventive measures put in place by the government and the council in order to contain the shock from the waves, the constant wave erosion. So we look at it this way, and we'll stop here for today. Meanwhile, I will ask you to read on pages 28 and 29 to actually get more of what I am trying to say. Meanwhile, your note will be given to you as soon as possible. Thank you for being there, and God bless you, my dear students.